Section 24 of Sun, Moon and Stars. Astronomy for Beginners. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Prajakta. Sun, Moon and Stars. Astronomy for Beginners by Agnes Giberne. Different kinds of suns. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend. Job 37:5. Various in kind, various in size, various in color, various in position, various in motion are the myriad suns scattered through space. So far are they from being formed on the same plan, turned out on the same model, that it may with reason be doubted whether any two stars could be found exactly alike. Why should we expect to find them so? No two oak leaves, no two elm leaves, precisely alike are to be found upon earth. So some stars are large, some are small, some are rapid in movement, some are slow. Some are yellow, some white, some red, green, blue, purple or grey. Some are single stars, others are arranged in pairs, trios, quartets or groups. Some appear only for a time and then disappear altogether. Others are changeful with a light that regularly waxes and wanes in brightness. We have now give a little time and thought to variable stars and temporary stars, afterwards to double stars and colored stars. There are many stars which pass through gradual and steady changes, first brightening, then lessening in light, then brightening again. One such star is to be seen in the constellation of the Whale. It is named Mira or the Marvelous, and the time in which its changes take place extends to 11 months. For about one fortnight, it is a star of the second magnitude. Through 3 months, it grows slowly more and more dim till it becomes invisible not only to the naked eye but through ordinary telescopes. About 5 months it remains thus. Then again during 3 months it grows brighter and brighter until it is once more a second magnitude star, and after a fortnight's pause begins anew to fade. There is also a variable star in the constellation of Perseus named Algol. This too waxes and wanes regularly but much more rapidly, since it runs through its list of changes in less than 3 days. It never becomes brighter than a star of the second magnitude or dimmer than a star of the fourth magnitude. Another variable star, Betelgeuse in Orion, undergoes its variations in about 200 days, while yet another Delta Cephei takes only 6 days. Our own Sun has been reckoned as in some slight degree a variable star, passing through his changes in 11 years. When the sunspots are most numerous, he might appear, possibly, if seen from a great distance, slightly more dim than when there are none of them. Sometimes a new or temporary star appears, blazing brightly for a brief space and then vanishing. It may be a dim star, already known, which thus springs into a new and radiant phase of being, or it may be, practically to us, a new existence. But doubtless the star was there before, a body too faint for us to perceive, and doubtless it is there still when the fires of its outbursts die away, once more too faint for its shining to reach our eyes. An extraordinary specimen of a temporary star was seen in 1572. It was not a comet, for it had no coma or tail, and it never moved from its place. The brightness of the star was so great as to surpass Sirius and Jupiter and to equal Venus at her greatest brilliancy. Nay, it must have surpassed even Venus, for it was plainly visible at midday in a clear sky. Gradually the light faded and grew more dim till it became a mere faint star. As it lessened in brilliancy, it also changed in color, passing from white to yellow and from yellow to red. This succession agrees with three tenths of the first, second, and fourth orders of suns as lately classified. Many other instances have been known beside those referred to of variable and temporary stars. There are two distinct kinds of double stars. First, we have those which merely seem to be double because one lies almost directly behind the other, though widely distant from it, just as a church tower 2 miles off may appear to stand close side by side with another church tower 2.5 miles off, though they are in fact separated. Secondly, we have the real systems of two suns belonging to one another, the smaller moving round the larger, or more correctly, both traveling round one central point called the center of gravity, the smaller having the quicker rate of motion. Alpha Centauri and 61 Cygni have been already described as examples of true double stars. In the constellation Lyrae, a marked instance is to be seen. The brightest star in the Lyrae is Vega, and near Vega shines a tiny star which to people with particularly clear sight has sometimes rather a longish look. If you examine this star through an opera glass, you will find it to consist of two separate stars. But if you get a more powerful telescope and look again, you will find that each star of the couple actually consists of two stars. The four are not at equal distances. Two points of light seemingly close together are parted by a wide gap from two other points equally close together. These four stars are believed to have a double motion. Each of the separate pairs revolves by itself, the two suns traveling round one center, and in addition to this, the two couples of suns probably perform a long journey round another center common to them all. Many thousands of double stars have been discovered, and a large number of these are now known to be not merely two distinct suns lying in the same line of sight, but two brother suns, each probably the center of his own system of planets. We have not only to consider the number of suns, though of simple numbers more yet remains to be said. Attention must also be given to the varying colors of different stars. For all suns in the universe are not made after the model of our sun. All suns are not yellow. So far as single stars are concerned, colors seem rather limited. White stars, golden or orange stars, ruby red stars, placed alone are often seen, but blue stars, green stars, grey stars, silver stars, purple stars are seldom, if ever visible to the naked eye, or known to exist as single stars. Take a powerful telescope and examine star couples, and a very different result you will find. Not white, yellow, and red alone, but blue, purple, grey, green, fawn, buff, silvery white, and coppery hues will delight you in turn. As a rule, when the two stars of a couple are alike in color, they are either white or yellow or red. Also, in the case of double stars of different colors, the larger of the two is almost invariably white or some shade of yellow or red. There are, however, exceptions to all such rules. Blue stars are almost never seen alone, and as one of a pair, the blue star is generally, if not invariably, the smaller. But instances are known of double stars, both of which are blue, and one group in the southern heavens is entirely made up of a multitude of bluish suns. It is when we come to consider double stars of two colors that the most striking effects are found. Now and then the two suns are nearly the same in size, but more commonly one is good deal larger than the other. This is known by the brighter light of the larger and the more rapid movements of the smaller. The lesser star is often only small by comparison and may be in reality a very goodly and brilliant sun. Among nearly 600 doubles examined by one astronomer, there were 375 in which the two stars were of one color, generally white, yellow, orange, or red. The rest were different in tint, the difference between the two suns in about 120 cases being very marked. For instance, a red primary, as the largest star is called, will be seen with a small green satellite, or a white primary will have a little brother sun of purple or of dark ruby or of light red. Sometimes the larger sun is orange, the companion being purple or dark blue. Again, the chief star will be red with a blue satellite, or yellow with a green satellite, or orange with an emerald satellite, or golden with a reddish green satellite. We hear of golden and lilac couples, of cream and violet pairs, of white and green companions. But indeed, the variety is almost endless. There may be worlds circling round these suns, worlds perhaps with living creatures on them. We know little about how such systems of suns and worlds may be arranged. Probably, each sun would have his own set of planets, and both suns with their planets would travel round one central point. Perhaps where the second sun is much the smallest, it might occasionally be like a big blazing satellite among the planets. Among colored stars, single and double, a few may be mentioned by name as examples. Sirius, as already observed, is a brilliant white sun. The brilliant white also are Vega, Canopus, Regulus, Spica, and many others. Capella, Procyon, the pole star, and our own sun are examples of yellow stars. Aldebaran, Betelgeuse, and Pollux are ruby red. Antares is a red star with a greenish scintillation or change of hue in its twinkling. A tiny green sun belonging to this great and brilliant red sun has been discovered. Antares is sometimes called the Sirius of red suns. The two double stars, 61 Cygni and Alpha Centauri, are formed each of two orange suns. In the Southern Cross, there is a wonderful group of stars consisting of about 110 suns, nearly all invisible to the naked eye. Among the principal stars of this group, which Sir John Herschel described as being, when viewed through a powerful telescope, like a casket of variously colored precious stones, are two red stars, two bright green, three pale green, and one of a greenish blue. End of section 24.